Hello and welcome back to NSUSpartans.com, fueled by Gatorade, here from Gill's Gymnasium. Norfolk State victorious today. Your final score, 27-14. Norfolk State knocks off Morgan State here on homecoming senior day, and a big all-around effort from the whole team today to get the victory, led by Greg Hankerson Jr. tonight. He was 17 of 30, 219 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air, 2 to seniors in Gerard Johnson and Marty Bishop, and then 1 to Chuma Awana. The Spartans get a big victory here today, which snaps their 6-game losing streak and also gives the Spartans their first victory in conference play. We sat down and talked to the head coach here at Norfolk State, Coach Latrell Scott, and he talked about today's ball game. Coach Scott, big victory today and snaps the losing streak. First of all, let's talk about the mindset and coming into this game. You always say it's the next game. We're not going to harp on the last game. We're going to move to the next game. The mindset seemingly came out, and you had the correct mindset for today's ball game.
I thought the kids had a ton of energy. You know, you see it on the sidelines. You can see, a little bit of an aura. You know, it's what we've been working towards. I think some of our younger guys are growing up, and some of the older guys understand what it is. Had a great conversation with the seniors last night about what they've done for the program and what we want to do the rest of the way. We've got 3 more games to play. I'd never lost 6 straight games in my career, so it's tough. But you know, I'm cut, from the cloth that you come in and you show up for work every day and you do what you're supposed to do, and something good's going to happen for you. A tree doesn't fall the first time you hit it. And like I said, there aren't many people outside of our program that have a ton of belief in these kids, and they're special. I'll say it 1,000 times. I love my team and I love where we're going, and we're heading in a positive direction. It's great to be able to win in front of the alumni today.
You talk about some of those seniors who came up and made a difference for you. You talk about the first touchdown pass came to Gerard Johnson, transfer. He got the first touchdown. The second one came from Larry Bishop. 2 guys in a system where you have to run the football, and those guys came up and made big plays. But then you saw what a young guy like Chuma Awana could be on the 3rd touchdown pass from Greg Hankerson. Just talk about the all-around effort, especially offensively, where people would look and say, hey, you haven't performed the way you probably wanted them to.
Well, it's still not pretty on offense. It's 300 yards. We'd like to run more than 60-some-odd plays, but we're 4 for 4 in the red zone, and that's something that we hadn't done. When you're getting touchdowns and you're getting field goals and you're spreading the ball around, it's a good thing. I mean, we still don't run the ball the way that I'd like to run it, but I mean, we run it well enough to keep the clock moving. And it's great to see Gerard get in the end zone, and Marty Bishop does a lot of dirty work. I mean, he gets the ball on 4th and 1 and gets us a first down, and doesn't get a ton of carries. So when you get the opportunity to get a guy like Marty in the end zone, it's great. And our young wideouts, I mean, I'm biased because I coach those guys personally, but when you got young guys like Marcus and Chuma and George making big plays for you, it helps. And you have a senior leader like James Church who kind of keeps all those guys in line. Church is kind of like the big brother in the room and probably gets the least amount of credit, but he's kind of the glue that holds that room together. So lots of young guys in our cupboard, but a great day for the seniors. But we've got 3 more to play.
Happy birthday to James Church too, by the way. It's kind of interesting. Senior day, gets the win, homecoming, a lot of stuff going on for him. Coach, we sort of do the same thing. You put this game sort of in a rear view, you get to enjoy it a little bit more. But we're right back to it against the Savannah State team, which has improved from last year. There's no breaks at all. Talk a little about mindset-wise, what do you want to do going into this week and traveling, getting on the road for a late game next week?
We're not going to change much, Ross. I start our Sunday practice a little bit later tomorrow to give the guys a chance to go out and enjoy themselves tonight. But we'll be back to business. We'll come back in here tomorrow night and we'll practice, and we'll take the day off Monday. We'll come back Tuesday and Wednesday ready to go, and Friday we'll get on the bus and head down to Savannah.
And Coach, before you go, what do you think this game means for the guys in that locker room? Because I know, just walking around and having some of the games that we've had, where we've had opportunities and just couldn't get over that hump last week to this week. What do you think this game means for those guys in the locker room?
I think it's just proof. It's just validation. Sandy Chapman, one of the seniors today, told the guys that it was going to take an extraordinary amount of focus to win a game, and that's something that we talked about in August. So when you say things like that to your team in August, you know that they're listening to you if they're still repeating those things in late October. I keep telling people, we're building a program, and it may not be as fast as I want it to be, but it's just taking a step in a positive direction.
Norfolk State gets back on the road next week as they take on Savannah State down in Savannah, Georgia. Game time is 5:00 p.m. You can hear it right here on the NSU Sports Network. Right now, it's time for our top 5 plays of the day as Norfolk State gets the victory, 27-14. We start with play number 5, and it comes from a senior here in senior day, Cameron Maroof. He hit 2 field goals today, one from 20 and the other from 27 yards to give the Spartans a 3-point lead and then round out the scoring at 27-14. Play number 4, it's bookend interceptions in the first quarter. It's senior Sandy Chapman. He picks off the freshman DeAndre Harris. And in the fourth quarter, it's junior TC Livingston as he picks off Chris Andrews to seal the victory for Norfolk State. We move to play number 3. Brandon Walker chasing down DeAndre Harris, forces the fumble. The ball is recovered by Chris Lee, which moves to the offensive side of the football. Greg Hankerson Jr. finds his senior backfield mate Gerard Johnson for a 5-yard touchdown pass to get the Spartans on the board and get the day rolling offensively. We move to play number 2 as Greg Hankerson Jr. finds George Wahee on a pump and go. He gets the Spartans inside the 5-yard line at the 2. On the very next play, Greg Hankerson Jr. connects with Marty Bishop from 2 yards out to get the Spartans a 16-7 lead. We move to play number 1. Greg Hankerson Jr. buys time in the pocket, steps up, and fires a bullet on the run to Chuma Awana. Awana breaks the tackle, and he's on his way to his first collegiate touchdown, and that provided the Spartans with a 23-7 lead. Norfolk State will go on to win 27-14. Thank you for watching NSUSpartans.com, fueled by Gatorade.